We're using music, comedy, visuals, science, mixing it all together.
So that's how we created this variety show.
One of the master vaudevillians once said, to really capture an audience right from the beginning, you, the performer, have to do something that no one in the audience can do.
We also were fans of the science museums, the science fairs, the exploratorium in San Francisco, places where you can go and interact in a scientific environment. And we wanted to have part of the aesthetic of the show to be like a whacked out science fair.
For example, we bought these very simple LED signs, you know, like in front of a hardware store. Programmed them, and they became a centerpiece to the whole show.
We use the LED signs as big drum mallets, basically. People go to get away from the everyday. They want to have their mind blown. So we said, how can we make a really big, mind-blowing experience? So we have some elements that are kind of high-tech. We have some kind of elements that are medium-tech, all the way down to low-tech.
Right now, there is a virtually invisible network which links together millions of people who would otherwise be completely isolated from each other. This exciting technology has grown to become an incredibly complex web of connections that is so large and difficult to track that it would be practically impossible to estimate its total size. And even though most of us live alone in urban isolation, this system represents one of the few ways all of our lives are intertwined. This system is modern plumbing.
We loved melody, and so the challenge was, how do we as percussionists get melody out of our drums? And that's when we got the idea to play pipes of different lengths. We're in Canal Rubber in Manhattan, and we started talking to each other through the tubes, and then started hitting them and noticing that they had a different tone and different note. We sort of just went from there.
And it fits into the pattern of Blue Man taking something that we take for granted, something mundane, something we don't even pay attention to. Blue Man turning it into something that the Blue Man can express his emotion through.
It fits into the kind of idea of it being tribal, too, because I think people have been playing bamboo sticks, hollow bamboo, about that same size for thousands of years. So it's got this interesting combination of being sort of an ancient-feeling instrument and a modern technology at the same time.
It's a piece we've worked on for years. We wanted to have a really great, spectacular ending, but we also were hoping that we could have something that encapsulates what the whole show is about, what our project and everything that our journey has been about.
The paper finale is something that's sort of indescribable. It's something you have to experience. There's all this recycled paper, there's strobe, there's blacklight, it's sensory overload. The entire audience is connected by the paper. That's completely different every night. It completely depends on who's in the audience, how you're moving the paper, how it's coming down. Everyone is touching a piece of this streamer paper.
Every night it's different. I think that's the thing that makes it interesting. It's just like everyone's connected in a way that they're not used to at theater.
You can see that what it's saying is that if you're willing to be a little wild, just kind of get beyond your self-consciousness, have a little bit of courage, and you're willing to unleash the power of collaboration, because it takes everyone in the audience to do that, then you'll be able to create something that's beyond your wildest dreams. And that's really what happened to us.
I think the Blue Man has taught us not to be afraid to break the rules and twist things around a little bit. It's fun to kind of find creativity in these weird places.